Hi! It's not every day that we get to meet a brand new model being introduced into a lineup of successful models, especially in a challenging segment where in a compact environment, magic is expected to be created in space, technology and power. Let's meet the Nissan Magnite, the new entry-level SUV from Nissan. Look at the design. The first word that comes to mind is bold. The wide dual-tone grille, the floating skid plates and the great light assembly. These are bi-projector headlamps, so your dim and bright are both sharp. Then you have these turn indicators, what they call lightsaber design, straight from Star Wars. And then you have these L-shaped DRLs, daytime running lamps. The tail lamps get a 3D honeycomb design and nice skid plates. Sporty rear lip spoilers, 16-inch alloy wheels are standard, and the roof rails not only look good but 50 kilogram loading capacity. The Magnite is just under 4 meters long, but the secret of its spaciousness is a 2.5 meter wheelbase. The space can be seen right here in the boot. 336 liters of boot space, which grows to 690 liters once you fold the rear seats. And look at this, it's quite deep, so conveniently arranged stuff. The bold design continues inside as well, with a continuity of a shape, a pattern, a geometric pattern, the hexagon. Now, the same pattern that we saw in the cells of the grille and the honeycomb design in the rear lamps, well, it continues on the dash. Look at that, the AC vents, the splashed on the seats in the quilted design and on the door side as well. Wherever you look, it looks good. And especially with those patterns, wherever you touch, it's soft material. Now, when it comes to the leatherette seats, they look really premium, especially with the quilted finish. You know, the quilted design that we find in luxury sofas and classic cars? Well, the color adds character, and this is the first time Nissan is introducing a tri-tone cabin. The cabin is designed very thoughtfully, the cockpit especially. You don't have to stretch out for any of the controls, it's all within reach. As for storage, now this space is for wireless charging, but then for another mobile or a wallet or something else, you have a niche here, and then you have two cup holders. Now look at this. This particular cup holder is for a cup holder, and this one can be a bottle holder because it is deeper. And you have a compact armrest space, deep enough. Thoughtfulness doesn't go into cold storage. The glove box has enough space and there are some cooling vents, so it can be used as a cooler as well. The storage saga continues in the rear as well. Look at that. You have a seat back pouch and then you have a rear armrest with cup holders and a very thoughtful niche cut out here. This can be for your mobile. As for seating, flat out, so comfortably sit, and then the rear leg room is class leading. Now, it's an entry-level car, but that doesn't stop Nissan from giving us a little bit of luxury, especially the ones in the Middle East. Now, the remote engine start, we know it's quite a useful feature. You know, you can start the car from outside and let the AC be working by the time you get in. It's a compact car, but comes with rear AC vents. And I told you about the air-cooled glove box. But what I like most are these seats. Mordio quilted leatherette seats with heat guard technology. Now, they have a coating that can ward off UV rays and reduce heat retention by up to 10%, which means on a sunny day, you can sit a little more comfortably. And now, tech that makes lives better in this cabin. Now, you have an extra wide TFT screen with the driver information, all that I need. It tells me the tire pressure monitor is okay, the fuel economy and all that. The central screen is an 8-inch floating screen, which looks like it's pasted onto this background. And it has everything you need. Now, USB ports. You have an A-type and C-type USB port with fast charging. Android Auto or Apple CarPlay can be wirelessly connected, and your maps or music, everything can be streamed onto the screen. 6 speakers are standard and it's a pretty decent system. Nissan has made no compromise with safety. It's a light and compact vehicle, but then the build quality is enhanced with reinforced steel. You have 3-point seat belts for everyone and seat belt reminders. Now let's go for a drive. Before that, let me give you an interesting fact, just to pep you up. The Nissan Magnite is exported to 65 countries after being made in the Nissan-Renault Alliance plant in Chennai. It has made 2.7 million cars and exported 1.1 million out of them. Now, for sustainability, this plant is respected the world over by Nissan headquarters and facilities. The plant goes carbon neutral from 2045 and fulfills 75% of its energy needs from renewable resources. Take a look at the plant and also take a look at the test track where I drove this Nissan Magnite for the first time. It is actually, very nice, very nice. The Nissan Magnite is driven by a 1-litre turbocharged engine with segment-leading torque. 99 horsepower and 152 Newton meters of torque. So you never feel, not a moment where you feel a dearth of power. And this car was tested in Jebel Jais. So climbing up, it did not cry out for power. And while coming down, the lower gear made sure that there was no need to brake unnecessarily, heating up the pads. So quite good. It's stable at highway speeds and responsive enough to make the ramps and corners more enjoyable. It feels a bit light at times, but surprisingly good handling, and the stability never suffers. And the best part is, despite the power, Nissan promises 17.3 kilometers per litre. That was fulfilled more than once. I have proof here on the driver info screen. And thoughtful features to make the driving better, like the rear view mirror, which is frameless, for a little bit more reflective real estate. And then it's auto dimming, so you don't get dazzled by the bright lights from the rear. Safety and driver assistance features, all you need. You have 6 airbags, you have the driver information screen telling you if the tire pressure is okay, and you have an around view monitor that gets information from 4 cameras and gives you a top angle view as well, so making it easy to park. How is the ride comfort? Well, it's a compact car and you have a little bit of wind noise and road noise, but then it has class-leading glass thickness and the suspension settings are great, so the ride is rather calm and comfortable. Now for the techies and enthusiasts, here is something very interesting about the Nissan Magnite engine. The HRA0 engine has a technology called mirror bore coating. Now this is borrowed from none other than the Nissan GTR. So inside the engine, the components have a mirror finish, reducing friction and making performance seamless, as well as increasing fuel economy. The classic grey or silver looks quite classy, doesn't it? The Nissan Magnite comes in 13 colors, but there is one quite bold and stark, the flaming orange. And Nissan is painting the town orange with it. Now, what's the price? Nissan Magnite starts at 59,900 and goes up to 71,900 in 3 trims. Well, the new entry-level SUV from Nissan is designed to impress, has a lot of practical tech, and is really energetic and is priced to make waves.